I get it. So why haven't you learned?
Start to have weight to them.
But why haven't you? You speak so much on here that I'm just wondering if you actually got the message that you're even talking about. Hello?
Forgetful. Talk about speaking much. 24 hours you're talking, Alistair.
No, see, that's projection. I like to read books, but it turns out that because no one actually wants to read books with me or have any fun with me, I'm just kind of a dick troll who mocks people who just waste all their time. I'm actually in the garbage collection business. I skim for garbage like a pool, like if you ever have a pool in your backyard and you pick the leaves up and then you put them in the garbage. It's kind of what I do for a living now.
Are you serious?
No, that's called a metaphor for Clubhouse. Hello?
So, Narges, you said you took a vow of silence on 3 separate occasions?
3 separate occasions, yeah. It's called Vipassana. You might want to try it. It's really good.
I
mean, the environment sort of allows for it too. Like on the 3rd and 4th day, most people don't survive through Vipassana. Like my sister and her friends just ran from the ashram. But the ones who can make it by the 3rd and 4th day, where you just do nothing but cry and cry and cry. It's an outburst of like extreme emotion. It's really, really interesting how much speech is like detrimental to our,
Well, I worked in a
ego loves it.
I worked in a kitchen once in the dishwasher room for 24 hours straight. And every time I thought we were finished, they just kept bringing in more dishes. And eventually I did shed a tear and I had a panic attack.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I started at like 3:30 in the morning and finished 24 hours later at like 2 in the morning. I couldn't believe.
Dude, how could you wash dishes that many dishes?
It was in the army. They're talking about thousands of soldiers, all their dishware just coming into one little dishwashing room where I was located with other workers. And I was just in shock that this was people's lives, just cleaning dishes at an industrial scale all day long. I was like crying because of the pain of being a slave.
That's horrible.
That's the military for you, man.
I feel that stuff. I don't think I could survive through those situations.
It was literally like insanity. I was like screaming like, impossible! This is impossible! I made it into like a madness, moment. And so I did help pass the time by like intentionally making myself insane, if that makes any sense.
I believe you so much on that.
No, it is kind of ironic. Clubhouse, after the fact that you've taken multiple vows of silence, but you've become much more content without talking. So many people engage in idle speech and purposeless talk that there's definitely an advantage to having come out of that.
It was years ago. Now I'm like a diseased soul. Waiting to rise again like the phoenix.
Jeff, have you ever heard Narja sing like her sexy French music?
Stop.
Because that's like how Narja redeems herself. Because I've heard Narja go off on tangents that sound so like disconnected, pointless, etc. that like when she sings, I'm just like, it doesn't matter what she says. Like this redeems her.
He's so mean. He's so less intellectual. It's because he doesn't engage in my metaphysics.
I know, he's such a meanie. I love him though.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know
Were you there the other day when we were saying
if two people were in a fire, so me or you, who would he save? He was like, "Oh, that's a difficult one, but I will pick Nargis because she can sing."
Well, see, this is
I
the
also meet him once.
this
You know
is
how he's such a big fat Zionist, right?
Yeah,
He's such
I
a
know.
hidden like Zionist
But
within
his dad
himself.
is a Jew, though.
But I accept him for who he is.
my
Like,
grandmother
I can't
worked.
help it.
My grandmother worked like a slave to send her paycheck to Israel for years.
Oh shit!
My
Your
grandmother
attachment
was.
to that is so much. You're attached, and I don't blame you for it. And I think it's just genetic trauma. I understand it, and I think this fear.
It's not
and
genetic
paranoia
trauma. I've been to Israel. I've been there.
Listen, I've analyzed it, and I've come to like peace with myself about it. This is why I don't like attack anyone anymore.
But you don't.
For it, right?
No, you think it's genetic trauma, goofball. It's not genetic trauma.
No,
the
because I
fact
have it
is,
too,
I
bro.
know
I have
enough
it too.
Jews.
I have it too. That's why I can relate to.
No, you don't have it.
Generational.
I don't have it either. I just know Jews,
You
and I know
have it.
Jews are not violent people. But I know a lot of Muslim terrorists that are really
You
violent
should
people.
listen to his story.
Hello?
Yes, but there's all kinds of people. You're just being so biased. There's so
I'm not being biased.
Oh,
I know
interesting.
I
And
know the
making
content of a Jew, and I know the content. I'm looking at a book right now called The Many Faces of Political Islam. And listen, I like Rumi. I like Jalal al-Din Rumi.
motivated, bro.
My point is,
Why, like, your narrative
there's a
is
lot of
motivated.
information, and we will never be able to actually exchange that information by having conversations because it's just too much information. We can only transfer a couple gigabytes a day through each other. There's terabytes and terabytes of data, with regards to history and politics and philosophy and right and wrong and injustices and immorality and sins and terrorisms and horrible, dark, unspeakable human behavior. We cannot exchange that on this app. But on the back end, when I read a book, I know that these rooms are pointless. They're just basically hypnosis dopamine generators, like a medical device technology company, unless you do something. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. And I do things. I record everything. I run in politics. I communicate publicly against ridiculous clown world people. I do. But I just worry about the people on this app that keep coming back to just talk and not do anything.
Alistair. And can you tell us the story when you went to Israel and they didn't accept you because your mom wasn't a Jew?
No, I didn't tell them.
No,
it's the
and yet you're
funniest
so
shit ever.
attached to this identity.
I didn't tell
No,
them.
My
so
God,
funny.
I thought of like
Can
forgiving
you please
him
tell us?
Yeah,
the
sure.
as a spiritual crime. I thought of forgiving.
I'll tell you what
I'm
happened.
so attached to this
No,
identity.
Marcus, you have to
this
listen.
ethnicity.
It's the funniest story ever.
So I applied to go on a birthright trip, and on the application, it asks you, is your mother Jewish? And I wrote yes, because I thought maybe my mother's part of one of the lost tribes and she just doesn't know it. And therefore, I was just speculating on my Judaism. So I went to Israel on a free trip, and during the trip, we went to Masada at the Dead Sea, and this big fat girl named Sally or Sarah or whatever her name was, let's just call her Sarah. We were hiking, like we got to the base camp of Mount Masada, and it was intense. When I got to the top, I was really sweating and broken, and it was intense. But this big fat girl was so out of shape. Within the first 3 minutes, she was like, "No, I'll die. I can't go up. I'm physically incapable." So they bring her down. And then we're back at the hotel, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Sarah, how are you? Sarah, how are you? We were so scared you were hurt." Meanwhile, everybody was having the time of their life watching the sunrise at 4 a.m. So anyways, at some point she's like, "Oh yeah, only my dad is Jewish." And everybody was like, "Ah, what? Ah!" And, people were panicking, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I was like, "Don't say anything, John. Don't say anything." I was like, it'll drive these people crazy. And then eventually everybody calmed down, and she was like, "But I was raised Jewish. Why are you all upset with me? I almost died. I hate you all."
What about you, though?
And
Remember
we
when
were
you were
waiting for
telling-
your
What do you mean? That's the story, Abby. That's the story. Oh, well, you mean when I went back to
that's not
college?
true. You went to the office, and then they were asking you, and then at some point you said it, and then they were just going to send you back to America.
No, they tried to kick me and this girl back to America because we ditched the program and went to the hotel and had dinner by ourselves.
No, that's not true. You're changing your fucking narrative.
That's so made up.
No, that's true story.
I can sense the lies from a distance.
No, we were gonna meet with an Israeli general who was gonna talk about the Cold War with Egypt, and I was like, "Fuck, this is boring. Let's just go to the best restaurant we can find and have a great dinner." So we literally ditch everybody, call a taxi, and I was like, "Take us to the fanciest hotel." So he brought us to King David Jerusalem Hotel. We had dinner in the lobby, and then they closed the lobby off, and they set up for a wedding, and then we just crashed the wedding and partied till like 2 a.m. And then we get back to the hotel and their arms were crossed and they were like, "You guys are in so much trouble."
No, that's not true.
You guys,
come on.
It's not true.
Don't
Listen.
made up. You're hiding something. I'm not gonna hold it against you. If you don't want to share, just say you don't want to share.
You guys aren't.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
I'm not gonna judge you.
I don't even know what Abby's talking about.
This guy has any shame?
Abby, go ahead. Just tell us what you think I'm talking about, because I don't know what you're referring to.
You were saying you went into the office and then at some point they were like asking you, "Oh, we got to know your mom isn't Jewish," and then you said, "Yeah, she isn't," and you admitted to it, and then they got really angry at you.
No. What, dude? Listen.
Yeah, you said that. Do you think
I never said that. I never said. Well, listen. See, you'd have to provide some evidence that I actually said that, because
I have to find your fucking
hey, I don't know what to tell you. You're on here talking all the time. I record everything. My memory's almost perfect because I literally upload my memory to YouTube.
Abby hardly speaks.
Are you kidding me? She's been on here for years.
That's true.
But she
tell us the story. Tell us the story about Thailand then, when you went to the
You don't want to know. It'll make people puke. This is a coffee room break.
Please do it. So people will go to Thailand.
Don't eat the fish in Thailand. That's all I'm telling you.
Why are you acting shy now?
He's acting so conservative.
Yeah. Conservative? You want to know? You want to know that I had explosive? You want to know that I had explosive diarrhea in crystal clear blue water and watched thousands of fish eat my fucking diarrhea?
Oh my God. Stop.
That's what you wanted to know? You're fucking sick.
Stop.
It's not me. This is a you problem.
Oh, bro.
Abby's from a bio lab in Ukraine. Abby is the hunchback of Chernobyl. She escaped Chernobyl. She came out of the pit in Chernobyl. That's who she is.
Probably my mom ate the fish in Thailand, and that's why afterwards I got created. That's why I look like Chernobyl.
Imagine, like, I always thought, wouldn't it be crazy if you got eaten by a lion and then, like, the lion shits you out and then, you turn into poop? Like, that to me is true trans. Like, you're not trans until you transform into human or into like a big carnivore poop.
That's like really bad karma, bro.
But think about all the humans that have been eaten by big animals. They literally transformed into that animal's poop. That was their, like... See, you got to believe in metaphysics and spirituality, because people used to get eaten by, I'm sure, huge animals, maybe even dinosaurs. When we were, maybe more monkeyish.
They're all the same shit, basically, from different assholes.
Well, is a fart just air passing over a turd?
Oh, that's a very polite. I knew it. I just knew you, though.
Nice.
He wrecked the poetry, bro. Yeah, but...
Damn.
Alisa. What up, Ali?
That's the most famous Japanese haiku ever written.
Abby, watch your heart.
Oh, I don't need, because I have people blocked, so.
But who cares?
Shit, I don't need a mod. I'm not gonna stay long anyway.
She doesn't need a mod? What? Abby, you're the most passive-aggressive, like, sociopath I know, let me tell you. Demodding yourself as if this room has any purpose other than to listen to me just create YouTube clips. Like, hello?
Exactly. How am I that aggressive in that, dumbass? You love me. Stop doing this in front of everyone.
Oh, stop embarrassing you. All right. Well, sorry.
Yeah, stop embarrassing me.
Nagus, can I talk to you later, bro?
Yeah.
جدا يعني شو خدمة؟
Yeah, Jidan. What time do you want to call me? You can call me if you want. Oh,
What's your schedule like today?
I have some work till about 5:30. You want to
Okay.
call me after that?
Which one? The first number or the second one?
Call me on the second one.
Okay.
I need the first one for work. Okay.
Okay, I'll just text you. Hopefully you
Watch
see
it.
it.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
I have
gonna
good news.
Are you gonna sing them like?
Good news. Finally, someone has good news.
Yeah, Iran. The IRGC generals have signed an executive deal with Donald Trump for peace.
I haven't seen the news. Kind of freaking out.
They're
What
gonna
happened?
they're gonna stop working with Russia and they're gonna work with the United States instead.
No fucking way.
Yep,
Bullshit.
that's what they agreed to.
Damn, they sold themselves.
You know how I know?
50 fucking years of resisting the West, and finally they went over. Oh dear.
I don't believe it.
It's
I
true.
don't believe it.
I know somebody that was in a skiff at the CIA. She told me about the deal.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Sad.
Sad? What do you
I
mean?
guess.
Sad? You
He's
listen to
lying,
that
but
shit.
that's
It's
for them. They
sad.
didn't keep their ideals. Sad for them. They didn't keep their ideals. That's what I mean. Not sad for the world. Like it's a bad fate. If this is true, it's either like a regime change, like what Trump said, which I doubt.
They say that the generals.
No, he's lying.
I'm not lying. They say that the generals that signed the deal
Yes,
with
you are.
Trump were also on Epstein Island.
Oh, shut up, you're a liar.
No, I'm telling you, Jeffrey Epstein was.
That's the one
Jeffrey
thing they're
Epstein
doing.
was so good. He penetrated deep into Tehran, and he actually.
You have to use that word.
He's
You
blackmailing
use
some of the Muslim IRGC generals
See,
because
this is how I know you're such a Zayo. Like, you can't help yourself.
this is the many
You have to
faces
act
of
like that.
political Islam. I'm an American Muslim, and this is the many faces of
not.
political Islam.
that.
Taqiya.
Campus.
Ta 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 taqiya.
Here.
Ta ta taqiya da da ta 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 taqiya.
Oh my god.
Ta ta taqiya da da ta 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 ta.
Bro, what did you smoke?
I just had some fess in June. I'm feeling great.
Mm.
I don't know what the fuck you did.
You talk Khali Farsi.
دلم برات خیلی تنگ شده دلم برات خیلی تنگ شده. Oh, did I give you a brain aneurysm? That's what I'm going for, actually. I'm not.
You gave me an aneurysm and AIDS at the same time.
They say that like drones are the most destructive weapon on the battlefield. I say, have you heard me on Clubhouse yet? دلم برات خیلی تنگ شده.
I can't believe it. I can never take you around my Persian.
It's a fully automated aneurysm. I've just implanted it in your upper cortex. دلم برات خیلی تنگ شده.
Bro, respectfully, shut the fuck up. Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Respectfully, fuck. I'm tired of this shit. Shut the fuck up. I can't take it anymore. Anyways. Bro, you know why I can't take it? Because it's lagging. I like it. The fucking, like, it's lagging. I can't fucking hear anything. Shit. Anyways. We get done being a fucking moron for a second so I can talk.
Yeah, you won.
I forgot now. Never mind.
What's the good news?
School.
Oh, you finished?
Almost done with the semester.
Very proud of you. I'm feeling quite like anxious. I've been procrastinating. And I need to like find peace with time. I don't think I'll ever have like I've never had a good relationship with time. I think because it doesn't exist.
Right.
So I'm trying to accommodate it so much, like enforce it. All my life I have done that.
Wait,
And people
obviously you don't think time exists. People on Clubhouse have confirmed that time is a concept. Because there would be no way people would be here wasting this much time if time was real.
However, like there's a sudden urgency sometimes that we feel about like it being a limited resource, and I think it puts me in an anxious state. So I become like this. My therapist says like you get into the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland mode. Who wears the clock around its neck? The white rabbit.
White rabbit.
What a great song. Oh, it's such a great song.
Can you if you could sing that song, that would be a lot
I
of
have
fun.
sang that song. I performed
I
that
think
song.
I've heard you sing it. Yeah.
I don't think I've sang it on here. I
You-
performed it on
No, I think you sang it on
It's
here once.
literally a
really?
collage of different fucking mental illnesses combined.
This is full spectrum schizophrenic, bipolar, manic episode disorder. Clubhouse, what's amazing though is I could go to another room and share that room with you right now, and you would say that room is actually 10 times worse than this room in terms of function and dysfunction. The world is in chaos, and the people on this app are, in the trenches.
One of my favorite friends
losers on this
that I'm
app,
like
to be
super
honest.
close to, and people are talking using really intelligent words, but then also not saying anything. He's like, you're just saying a bunch of nothing.
There's got to be a term for that, because I think that we are lying to each other with intention through words, and I see politicians just lie and say like completely fake things all the
word
time.
for that is either filibuster or brain rot.
Oh yeah.
It's filibuster. Yeah.
Filibustering. Yeah.
I
Gen Z translation, brain rot. Anyways.
Filibuster and brain rot are two very different terms. They both recently entered political discourse.
Filibuster has been around for decades. What are you talking about?
The definition of filibuster is a parliamentary procedure used to prolong debate and delay or prevent a vote on legislation.
Yeah. Well, so I borrowed the action separated from its legal.
So I don't mean filibuster, and I don't mean brain rot. I mean that I think basically like this app is a perfect place for people to constantly redirect and reframe habitually, chronically, and just one up each other with essentially how long can I waste your time by making up whatever I want to talk about. Hello?
I got strawberries for everyone.
Yeah. What?
Open your mouth first.
Ooh, I made a Belgian waffle and I forgot to.
Yeah, open your big fat mouth, you bald-headed bitch.
Okay. Now I'm outside of the freaking place I was in. Did you have to use the word penetrate with Epstein?
No pun intended, obviously. Now he's got to play his instruments. Oh shit, I have to go. I have to drive.
This is your quick Clubhouse coffee break. There's nothing quick about it, and I don't think anybody's drinking any coffee.
Yeah, hello, it's 23:30 here.
Have you recently been exposed to a data privacy breach known as Clubhouse?
Shut up.
Wouldn't it be so funny if like I get featured one day and they're like, somebody's been recording Clubhouse for 6 years and nobody can stop him? That would be an awesome headline. I don't think Clubhouse would like it though.
Your AI videos are so ridiculous. It's like
Somebody
don't shoot them right now.
Somebody in a comment wrote, "This is the worst AI schizo slop I've ever seen."
Literally, that's not me though.
I think the low-income abortion vaccine clinic videos are genius
That one is the best. Oh
for
my God,
female
I was
minorities.
literally in tears when Fatima sent me that. I was literally in tears. I love how Andrew thought it's a real video. Like your fascination.
Did you hear me call him out?
Seen that woman?
Did you hear me call him out?
Yes.
Yeah, he was picking on me like anything yesterday, like really behaving like a retard.
Who?
Andrew. Really behaving badly, bro.
I broke up with Andrew.
I don't think I can even.
I broke up with Andrew. That's gonna be the name of my next TV show. I broke up with Andrew.
I think a lot of people here break up with Andrew.
It's true. You know, people were saying that he's like Jerry Springer. He's basically the Jerry Springer of Clubhouse.
Andrew Springer.
Andrew Ranger. Andrew Ringer.
Your next Clubhouse name should be Andrew Springer.
Well, you see, there's just
they call him Andrew Povich, but I don't know why.
It's amazing how nice he is sometimes and like welcoming.
He's the most psychopathic person ever.
There was
I saw through it. I knew he was gonna up one day. But I just let him be. He thinks I'm naive. Like I don't understand what he's doing. Like I know exactly what he's doing.
There was this black guy one time. He's like, Andrew, has anyone ever told you you got like Ted Bundy energy? He's like, what does that mean, brother? And he's like, Ted Bundy was a serial killer, and he's like, you're basically like, have you seen the Netflix documentary? And anyways, he ran Andrew through it, and Andrew was just like, okay, brother. I mean, it was very funny. This guy really roasted him really good. I tried to get Rabbi down there to crash out the other day, and I think I achieved my goal, but I just can't win with it. I just can't win with this guy. He's like immovable. Rabbi's got a response for everything. He's so good at responding.
Yeah, but you crashed out when you talk about Zionism. It's like, oh, Zionism is bad. Zionism is bad. And then you vote for Trump. Like, how fucking retarded are you?
Well, I bought a bunch of Ayn Rand objectivist books. We're going to get deep into Ayn Rand. Gosh. Because the philosophy of selfishness is the right to be greedy.
I wanted Venezuela. I wanted Greenland. If something extra came with it, that's what it is. But, sometimes you can't have the cake and the steak.
It's true.
Sometimes you might have just enough to eat it with a Brit's knife.
Let me see where you're online.
It's called diabetes. It's bitch.
I found your online.
They looked into my eyes one time and they said, we see in your soul that you have the soul of a fat ass diabetic. Be careful.
What are you wearing today?
It's called clothing. I bought it on Amazon. It's a tank top. I bought it. You know how much this tank top was?
It's wearing your sweater, your fake sweater.
Hold on, I'm trying to find you where I can see you. Let me see this one.
Hallelujah.
Your cameras are not pointing to you, dumbass. They're all pointing to this.
I get a question. Mr. Kitover.
Go ahead, Tsar Nicholas.
Do you eat your steak with your Brit's knife? Your original Brit's knife, as that is?
It's an interesting question because a friend of mine was recently at a wedding and somebody got in his face and said, you're such an F and J word. And my friend thought to himself, I'm going to punch this motherfucker in the nose. And I said, well, did you punch him? He goes, no, I didn't punch him. I said, Rabbono Shalom.
Yo, you're fucking crazy. He's talking in front of like a million phones.
Have you not seen my show on YouTube? Hello?
Yo, you're fucking insane. Hold on, let me take a picture. So you bought this shirt on Amazon?
Yeah, it's a tank top. You get 5-pack for like $20, $4 a tank top. What a deal! Microfiber from China. Don't stop the imports. Don't stop.
Hold on, PTR. Imagine being. This is crazy. Where?
You know what makes me laugh is it's like, well, what does your office look like? That's what I want to know.
Not like this.
Also, I'm not just like doing Instagram or YouTube.
Do you know which phone to look into?
I don't look into the phones. I barely even know they're here anymore. It's true. I don't even think of them. Imagine getting past like how you think people like make fun of you and like perceive you and just like not even thinking about it anymore. I'm at that point where it's like there's no turning back. There's no shame in my live stream. In fact, I think that the future of humanity. Have you ever seen what is it, 1130X, 1138, the movie, the first like George Lucas film? Oh, 1130. Anyways, what I'm saying is like people are scared of basically filming themselves, like because we're all ugly. And but once you can get past that and just put yourself on the internet, it's total liberation. Because like I'm not a criminal. I don't lie to people. I don't hurt people. I don't steal from people. I don't abuse people. I try not to verbally abuse people, but I've never physically abused anyone. And there's just a lot of people on this app that are actually felons and criminals who've been to jail for actually like murder or beating people within an inch of their life. And I'm just saying I'm a pretty good person because I got lucky because a black woman saved me. Many people think that Jesus is a gay, white, trans, Jewish male, but it turns out that Jesus is a black woman. I am complete.
No, this is why there's a downfall of the Zionists. They use their Brits knife to eat their food. The original Brits knife, that is. And they use ExpressVPN to work around the Shabbat laws, so they're no longer Jewish. And they have herpes.
I'm telling you, comedy is not at the Comedy Store where you gotta buy a ticket. It's on YouTube. Clearly, like never has a collection and an assortment of our works ever been assembled.
Some people think the devil isn't real, but let me tell you, he's as real.
See, what you don't understand is that our Nicholas, Abby, Narges, before I came in this room, I went to my secret room and I said a prayer. And I said, Rabbono Shalom, our words assemble! And then I came here, and there you all were. Hello? You don't think it's funny? You guys have never seen Dinner for Schmucks, have you? Oh my God, we got a minion. Rabbono Shalom. Go ahead, Rabbi. Say the special blessing.
So, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that he shall ever believe in him, shall receive everlasting life. And you can also see the same message in Isaiah 63, 7 through 9.
What's so interesting is when you say believe on him, don't you mean like understand the teachings? Because just believing on him is kind of boring, right? Like you would hope to maybe have some comprehension and like read a little more and be like, you know what? I think I know what Jesus was talking about.
But you didn't read Isaiah 63, 7 through 9. Or even though if you read it, you didn't want to believe it because you wanted to have your ideology of you being your creator. So that way,
why don't you just read the verse? Why don't you just read the verse? Go ahead.
Why can't you read Isaiah 63, 7 through 9?
Rabbono Shalom. I'm a moderator. run the show. If you want some content, go ahead, Rabbono Shalom.
Wow. Are you afraid of reading something in the Torah? You've been reading the Zohar and the Talmud for too long to where you are poisoned.
Well, Rabbono Shalom, lucky for me, all communication is hypnosis. Welcome back to another quick coffee break here on Clubhouse. Oh, look, it's our good friend Regal. Regal, how are you today? Rabbono Shalom.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm playing my jaw harp, or what they call the JEW harp.
He's afraid to read the Torah.
Are you afraid to study Torah?
Rabbono Shalom. The one on this app is going to eventually have to come to terms with is, was it worth it?
Kan jullie dat horen?
All right, everybody, welcome back to Was It Worth It? All the time that you spent here on Clubhouse having lengthy conversations versus reading a book, maybe a new book, was it worth it? Hello?
But the thing is, Clubhouse, you get to engage with the author. Something.
Kunnen jullie mijn achtergrond niet horen?
Nee, we horen het niet.
De hele tijd niet?
Nee.
Oh, hell no. Hold on, I want to get rid of my picture. I'm getting schizophrenic. Schizo. Ik kan niet tegen als je schizo zegt.
Why you don't like looking at John's muscles?
Dat looks more like fat.
It takes one to know one, fatty.
Up a mouth harp, dude. That's cool. He's got a mouth harp. Dude, throw that fucking recorder out the window, bro. Fuck that
You can
thing.
put him down. Put him down. I got enough of him.
Put this dog to the go. Rabbono Shalom, the thing is, if you guys knew how to play music, you'd all be a lot happier. Like me.
Yeah, I know how to play music.
Ik moet echt gaan, hè. Ik spreek je echt doen. Waarschijnlijk slapen.
Hello?
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 Life can lose its vibrant aura and charm if we do not bend the energy of our minds toward positive engagement and appreciation. This is the Motivation Manifesto. The wider the space of a free day seems unfathomable because we have become hypnotized by a false but compelling need to respond to all the needs of others here on Clubhouse. Success and fulfillment in life rest on the unflagging ability to get up, to be ourselves, to chase our dreams with each day on Clubhouse, to keep willing ourselves to the next level of presence and performance and potential. A life of greater joy, power, and satisfaction awaits those who consciously design their life. If taking action toward our dreams before the perfect conditions arise, or before we receive permission, is unreasonable or reckless, then we must be unreasonable and reckless. What should I finally face in my life here on Clown House? What truths or realities are preventing my growth and happiness? What could I do about it right now? How can I better connect with this moment so that I can master what the hour demands of me? Wisdom is knowing who to be and what to do in a given situation. Virtue is acting on that wisdom. Hello? I won't let others stoke fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I might incur. Reality can be shaped and changed by my direct actions, so I will act with constancy to forge my ideal life. The joyous masters. I don't look into the phones. Know that amid all the chaos and conflict, all the hurry and wickedness of the world, there is something solid within that is beautiful and steady and good.
The white girl.
White rabbit. If you could sing that song, that would be a lot of fun. I think I've heard you sing it, yeah.
I don't think I sang it on here. I performed it on.
No, I think you sang it on here once.
What's up, man? You're not gonna play any more music?
Reality can be shaped and changed by my direct actions, so I will act with constancy to forge my ideal life. Freedom and victory belong to those who remain strong and true despite temptation. We gain power from again and again allowing ourselves to choose the kind of recklessness that allows us to be vulnerable, genuine, and brave in pursuit of our dreams. Greatness belongs to those who have mastered the ability to focus relentlessly on their ambitions and act decisively toward them. That afternoon, Aneurysm is brought to you by Pfizer. Be sure to get your latest health and flu update shot so you don't die from all the other shots that were completely unnecessary. This message has been brought to you by Pfizer, your trusted source for medical misinformation and experiments on your body. Thank you for participating. See you at your probate court for your estate sale. Farewell, suckers. Love was never absent from our lives. It is not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, and thus it is not capable of being owned or lost. We have allowed our awareness of love to diminish, that is all.
Did you see it? Mr. Alistair Crowley, did you see my comments?
Like my liberal friends, when they see like Tim Walz and senators go to like Spain and like Bad Math America, it's like, what are they doing? That's like treasonous almost. It's so stupid. It's like, why are you going overseas to Bad Math America? So dumb.
Because they're pussies, that's why. They don't want to do it here in America.
So moderators.
I apologize if you're taking the mic too long. I try not to take the mic when I geek out. What's going up, Alistair?
So
Welcome. Thank you for joining.
I put a link in the chat. These are the controversial quotes by Winston Churchill on Islam. He talks about Mohammedan law and that it's retrograde and the closest thing next to slavery for women. I really encourage you to read it. If you'd like, I could read to you out loud a part of it. It says, a degraded sensualism deprives this life of its grace and refinement, the next of its dignity and sanctity. The fact that in Mohammedan law, every woman must belong to some man as his absolute property, either as a child, a wife, or a concubine, must delay the final extinction of slavery until the faith of Islam has ceased to be a great power among men. Individual Muslims may show splendid qualities, but the influence of the religion paralyzes the social development of those who follow it. No stronger retrograde force exists in the world. Far from being moribund, Mohammedanism is a militant and proselytizing faith. It has already spread throughout Central Africa, raising fearless warriors at every step. And were it not that Christianity sheltered in the strong arms of science, the science against which it had vainly struggled, the civilization of modern Europe might fall, as fell the civilization of ancient Rome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Trump had a bust of Winston Churchill, and then when Biden came into office, he took a bust away, and they put Martin Luther King Jr. instead. And when Trump came back to the office, the first thing he did is he replaced the Martin Luther King bust with the Churchill bust. Fun fact.
I think we're ending this room.
Room
Another room is
killer!
Disabled population, when you have them in a prison camp, when you're housing them, they have no weapons, they have no recourse. And then you take the extra step of running them through a shower and exposing them to cyanide. Like, that's very obvious. Population.
Well, the Israelis have been starving the Gazans. They've been stopping the flow of water, stopping the flow of medicine, stopping the flow of food. So, okay, they're doing it at a much slower, crueler pace. So what you're getting at is that the Nazis were more efficient.
Well, I don't.
Therefore, this is not a genocide.
But I would like to say. I mean, I think Benjamin's answer to my question was a good one. That looks a lot more like that. That is a more obvious genocide. But I think genocides often look like war, because usually they do involve fighting back.
It doesn't. It is like something that happens both in war or peacetime. And it's really just the deliberate national, ethnic, racial, or religious
cleansing.
Cleansing, if you want to call it that, but it's not cleansing. And it's often not war, and it's a crime that occurs, and there is no justice system for people that are the victims of that crime to be able to dispute. It's horrible, and it happens everywhere, including, like you could say, in China, like Xinjiang, for example. The fact that you have Muslims in China that are being raced into these camps, that is not a war, but it has happened. So,
sure. Well, I mean, the major difference, right, is that we're directly paying for these atrocities in Israel. It is our tax money.
It is, yeah.
And our military that's enabling this.
It hasn't even been defined as a war, but we're calling it a war in the headlines. So
it's not a war. You can't start a war
without a congressional declaration. That's the only thing. It's the if you look at the Constitution,
We haven't done that forever.
it's Article 2.
We haven't done that.
Do you know when the last time the U.S. declared war?
Was it WW2?
World War II. You're correct.
Yeah, and then they realized that declaring war comes with all sorts of rules and regulations, and so they just do police action.
Lots of money, lots of money.
One microphone, please.
I think the problem is there's this imagined like marker that a country would have to meet in order to get called what it is, which we already see for Israel. Like, yes, it survived quite a few attacks. It has been challenged, but on the other side, there are tons of bodies that body count is astronomical. It is far larger than anything that they ever saw. And the idea that we are using them or using their intelligence to go into Iran is kind of, well, it's just shitty. It's shitty politics. It's shitty deliberation. No, nobody was listened to. We saw resignations happen right around the time.
I want to try to slip in, Romero, that the United States taxpayers also paid Hamas tons of money, hundreds of millions, and funded, for all intents and purposes, the.
And so does Israel. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Now, I wonder if those that are worried about genocide would recognize what happened on October 7th as a genocide. Would you, John, struck with that as?
It's a massacre. It's a war crime.
Yeah, it can't really count as genocide just because of the scale, but I think it was intended just to kill Jews, right? I mean so I think that's fair to point that out.
Jews was really close to Srebrenitsa's scale. I mean, does scale matter? It's the intent. If we read the definition says X. I'm sorry, just